Hello, year 10 students. This is a new video. I hope I find you well. In this video, we are going to see the last part of this unit for the first part of the exam. Well, as you may see here, I prepared for you some study guide that I'm going to send you. Of course, you will find this in the same message as for the video. We have done this already until number 4, and we are going to do some examples from number 5 until number 7, which is the first part of the exam. So to start, let's take one exercise from number 5. I will choose this one, and well, let's read what it says. We have to find the vertex, the axis of symmetry, concavity, the x, and the y-intercept. All of this is going to be in the exam, except for number 4, but we are going to make it as an extra step. Well, we are going to follow some steps for this, and the steps are not going to change for anything within the other exercises. Well, let's start. The first step. In the first step, we need to find the vertex. The vertex, we are going to symbolize it with B, HK. The vertex HK, we have to find first H, which is given by the formula minus B over 2A. You are going to have this formula in the Word, so don't worry. In this case, we can find the vertex by replacing the values of A, B. Now, if you're wondering what are those values, any quadratic equation looks like this. So you may realize that in this case, A is just 1, B is 6, and C is 8. So in this case, we are going to replace, instead of B, 6. It says 2 times A, which is 1. So if we put this in the calculator, we are going to have a result of minus 3. Now that we found H, we need to find K. To find K is even easier because we have to replace the value of minus 3, inside here. So, by the way, this y, it's the same as writing f of x. These two are the same thing, just in case. So, we are going to find the value of k. So, to find the value of k, we replace this in the whole expression, and we find the result. In this case, expression is minus 3 squared plus 6 times minus 3 plus 8. Well, we can find k, which is going to be 9 positive minus 18 plus 8. Now, as you may see, this is going to be, well, we have minus 9 minus 1 as a result. So in this case, the vertex that we already found is going to be the value of H minus 3 and the value of K minus 1. Now, in the second step, we are going to write a table, which is here, and we are going to go to values before and to values after. What it means? It means that these coordinates are going to be in the middle of the table. Okay? So if I go to the table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the middle, I'm going to write a vertex, -3 and -1. -3, -1. Now, in the table, I have to go, you have to go 3 values before and 3 values after. So let me write this smaller. So what it means that, for example, here, remember, this is the vertex. I have to go to 3 values before, -4, -5, and -6, and 3 values after, -2, -1, 0. Then what we are going to do is we have to go to the calculator. Sorry for that. We are going in our calculator and we are going to write what we have here. To enter in this mode, the normal mode is mode 1, but if we write mode table, it can be a different number in your calculator. It can be 5 or 3. We are going to have this. What we need to write here is the expression. So we have alpha x squared plus 6 times x plus 8. This, leave it empty. So I will press equal again. Maybe in your calculator is not going to appear. Better for you. From where do we start? We start in -6. Where we finish in 0. And we go one by one. And as you may see, we have the table -6, we have 8. Then we have 3, 0. We can go down. So we have 0, 3. And the last one is 0, 8. Okay, now with the table, you can see this is going to be like the easiest part. It's my favorite part because of that. And we are going to solve, well, we are going to plot these points here. Let's try to be quick. -6 and 8, but we have to go a little bit up. -6 and 8, -6 and 8 is going to be here. -5 and 3, -5 and -5, 3, -5, 3 is here. -4, 0, -4, 0 is just right here. -3, -1, -3, -1. Remember, this is the vertex. Very important. It's very important to show this is the vertex. And then we have -2, 0 here. -1, 3. 0, 8. 0 and 8. Now with all these values, what we are going to do is to join all these points. Sorry for my bad drawing, but as you may see, this is going to be our parabola. That is the name of this shape of the graph. And that is the graph. Alright. In this case, what we have done, it was number 1. And we did a graph. The axis of symmetry, that is number 2. Here I have, sorry for that. The axis of symmetry, it's very easy to find. Axis of symmetry means you have to do a line right in the middle. In this case will be here. And this line, what is showing is that it's symmetric, it's like a mirror. What is the axis of symmetry here? is very easy. It's going to be always a number that passes through this line, -3. So in number 2, the answer is going to be number 2, the answer of the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. Is x equals to -3. Why x? Because this axis is x. Okay, let's continue. Concavity is very easy. The concavity it's open up, okay, because you can see it's going up. So we can just write that as an answer. Concavity is open. The x-intercept means when y is 0. That is number 4. In this case, it's very easy to find because when y equals 0, when we are going to find these values here. You will see that the values of x are going to be x equals to -4. That is the first. And the second is x equals -2. So when it says the x-intercept, it means that we are going to intercept the x-axis. In this case, you can see in the graph in -2 and in -4. -2 and -4. That is the meaning of that. And lastly, we have the y-intercept, which is number 5. The y-intercept is when x equals 0. So when x equals 0, you may see here, when x equals 0, y equals 8. Is the only point where it cuts. You can see it also in the graph. This is the y-axis. And it's cutting, well, the graph is cutting here in 8. And you are finished. With all the explanation, we only took 10 minutes. Now we are going to try to be quicker, faster with this. Let's go to the next one. This is going to be for the class, for you to practice. We have to create a quadratic from x-intercepts. I will say, really say, this is the easiest one. I promise for whatever you want, this is the easiest one. Okay? It might look strange. It says that we need to write a quadratic equation in this way, where the intercepts are in -1 and 4, 2, 5, etc, etc, etc. So, 2 simple steps. First, we are going to write the factors. And always the factors are going to be with the signs changed. So we are going to change the signs of this. This is x plus 1. Look, y is plus 1 because of this. I change the sign to positive. And I will change the sign of this. This is positive, so when I write it, it's going to be negative. And what I'm going to do is that this expression, this multiplication, I'm going to expand it. So we have x plus 1 and x minus 4. What do? We multiply and we finish. We don't even we don't even have to graph. X times x is just x squared minus 4x minus x, sorry, it's not minus x, it's plus x, x squared minus 4x and 1x here, very good, and 1 times minus 4 is just minus 4, x squared minus 3x minus 4, and guys, we finish. This is the answer. It really is as easy as you can see. We only have changed the sign of this here, we change the sign of this here, we finish. We don't have to graph because it doesn't say that we have to graph. What is going to be, for example, for number 2, because this is very, I can do it very quick. For number 2, for example, it will be x minus 2 and x minus 5. We only change the sign. What we do, for example, in number 4, x plus 2, x plus 5. Nothing else. The rest is only expand, and that's it. But you finish. It's only that. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the last one. Thankfully, we are going to finish this in 20 minutes. Let me erase this. Okay. Now, it says that we have to complete the square and rewrite it in the vertex form. Now, this is what I'm going to teach you today. We already have done completing a square, and we are going to use it to do the equation, to do the graph. You can see I'm not asking you to graph, but yes, you will have to graph. I forgot to write it here. You will have to graph, but I'm not asking for the excess symmetry or different things. So in this case, we have to complete a square. To complete a square, if you don't remember, first what we have to do is take the number in the middle. We are going to subtract it. Sorry, we have to add it, not subtract it. Divide it by 2, and then square it, as we always have done. Let me move this more here. Now, what we have to do next? We are going to copy the same number, but we are going to subtract it. And then the only thing we are going to do, we are going to take the plus 5 that I forgot to write it here next. Now, this is going to look like in the following way. This is going to be x squared plus 6x plus 3 squared minus 3 squared plus 5. Then erase this. Okay, now this is a perfect trinomial square. If you don't remember how to do this, we have the previous video, and we have to write it in this way: x plus 3 squared. Here we have to do minus 9. This is minus 9, by the way. Minus 9 plus 5. Minus 9 plus 5 is going to be minus 4. Now, you may be wondering why I'm making you to do this. It's an interesting question. It's because in this way, you don't have to do the formula to find the vertex. The vertex here is given by a formula. Let me look for it very quick. A vertex form, quadratic function you are going to see it like this. Don't worry about what it says in the A. I want to see just the picture. And it's a very useful formula, because this is going to tell me, I'm going to send it to the group before I forget. I don't know why I'm sending the book here. But this formula is very useful, because here what I'm doing is to find the vertex. You see here we have minus, so we have to change the sign, and this is k of the vertex. So in this case, the vertex is going to be, please be careful. Here it says that we have to change the sign. This is minus h, and here is positive h, which means these two are the opposite sign. So here I have to change the sign to minus 3, and here I just copy the same number, minus 4. This is the vertex, and we do the same process as before. We have to put it here in the table. We have minus 3, minus 4 in the middle, and we have to write the 4 values before and 2 values after. We can use the calculator or the table. Now you can write, if you desire, this way or this way, which is the same. If you want to try it any way, it's perfectly okay. We can write it the same. Plus 3 squared minus 4. This is not. We write the start from minus 6 until 0, one by one, and you can see here we have the values. 5, 0 minus 3, 5, 0 minus 3, minus 4, we have minus 4, minus 3, 0, and 5. We plot the points very quick. Minus 6, 5, minus 5, 0, minus 4, minus 3, minus 3, minus 4, minus 2, minus 3, okay, minus 1, 0, and 0, 5. What do? We join the points. And just like that, we finish. Now, we finish. You can see we finish. In fact, I want to show you that if you want, we can just erase everything. We can write the same thing of here. Plus 5. We start in minus 6, we finish in 0, and you'll see that table is exactly the same. Minus 6, 5, minus 5, 0, minus 4, minus 3 is the same value. So you don't worry, it's going to be the same. This we just write it to find the vertex, and this is why I teach you complete it as square. Okay, now I'm about to upload the video before we see each other. So thank you for watching, practice, and I'm always happy if you do have a question, if you work it and you show to me. See you in class.